We have some new developments to get to here at 5 o'clock. People who live next to an adult business say they're very grateful the city is trying to shut them down. Channel 2's Tom Jones live now in Northeast Atlanta, where neighbors say they have to cover their children's eyes because of the indecent acts happening right near their homes.
Yeah, so many people who live in this community were happy to talk about how they say customers from Tokyo Valentino disrupt their lives by what goes on behind these empty buildings. They say it's so bad they see indecent acts, and they don't just see them, but their children see them as well.
It's right across from our house, and it's getting tiring to see it.
People who live in the community behind Tokyo Valentino on Cheshire Bridge Road say they are sick of seeing people from the adult business having sex in parking lots near their homes. They say they're even involved in indecent acts when their kids are on the way to school.
They're out there. I have to tell her to don't look around.
Neighbors say Tokyo Valentino's customers park in their community, and they often see some walking around partially nude. Do you consider it a nuisance?
Oh, yeah, I really do. I don't think their clientele is very reputable.
The city of Atlanta has sent Tokyo Valentino a non-compliance letter and a directive to cease and desist. The city says the business has illegal adult entertainment booths. It also says it captured a couple having sex in the parking lot.
This is an adult establishment, which means that they have not stayed otherwise lawful.
Tokyo Valentino appealed the city's decision to the city's Board of Zoning Adjustment. Its attorney says it doesn't operate as an illegal adult entertainment business.
We contend that this effort violates due process, violates equal protection, violates First Amendment.
Motion passed.
The board denied Tokyo Valentino's appeal. Neighbors say they hope it spells the end of their nightmare.
I will be happy when they're shut down.
There was a murder in front of this vacant building beside me. Police haven't said if it's connected to any of the businesses in the area. Meanwhile, Tokyo Valentino is asking the courts to stop the city from shutting them down. Reporting in Northeast Atlanta, I'm Tom Jones.
Good morning. Today is Friday, April 5th. The year is 2024. So if you just saw that news report, you have Tokyo Valentino, and Tokyo Valentino is an adult entertainment store that sells adult sexual toys and condoms and lube and all that stuff. But they also have a section. That place has been there for decades and is a known spot for many gay men to go and participate in sexual activities in their cars or in the building or whatever. Back in the day when that particular place abuts Morningside, which is on the rear, and now they have all this development over there, houses and apartments and condos. Oh, hold on. So as I was saying, of course, they have all these development along Cheshire Bridge Road, and the Tokyo Valentino has been there for years. It was called something else before. It's been there for years, and has been a known destination for gay men who go in there and get their freak on. So I guess, I could imagine waking up and looking out my windows at 9 o'clock in the morning, and all day, every day, you see people in the parking lot doing all kinds of crazy sexual stuff, and they think people can't see you through those woods. But we actually sit in our homes, we can look out and see this stuff, or in our backyards, or sitting by a pool and look over and see this stuff. So you got some pretty expensive real estate in that area over there. So I could imagine that the city of Atlanta is going to be able to probably force them to close. Here's the funny part. I guess the city of Atlanta can't enforce certain rules on private property, but you would think they should be able to get the police over there. I don't know if you ever dialed 911 in Atlanta. Good luck waiting for them motherfuckers to get over there. So then we don't have enough police to enforce the rules and the laws. So I can imagine that dialing 911 because somebody's screwing in the parking lot adjacent to your home probably ain't at the priority of the Atlanta Police Department. So But this is the thing that I've always thought about these places like that these gay folks go to. I've never cared for these places, these bookstores and bath houses and public. I've never understood why these guys go to these places. Every guy I've known who attended these places, most of them are dead now. They were participating in very high risk sexual behavior in an area where doing stuff with complete strangers. They don't know who these people are in the middle of the night or middle of the day. And I have met a lot of individuals, and I used to date a guy. He used to go to that stuff. And of course, once I found out what he was doing, I got far away from that fool as I could. I'm gay, y'all. I ain't never into this shit. It's not for me. I never had any intentions. I never wanted to be. You know, you could be arrested for having sex in public places and charged with public indecency. And that's a very serious charge because I know some people who've been arrested for this type of stuff. So I don't know if if that's a good idea or not. I don't know if I would want to sit around here waiting for be somewhere having sex in a public facility and the police busting there, and you know, I know people who've been arrested, and I sure do. And once they got that public indecency charge or something else they charge them with, a lot of those guys couldn't get a job nowhere because, you know, your employer sees this in the background checking, like, well, what is this public indecency? What took place here? And I'll never forget one of my friends. He was in school at the AU Center here in Atlanta, and he was going to school. Of all places, he was going to school to be a pastor, some religious school of some sort. He got arrested at the airport. Atlanta Hartsfield Airport, went in the bathroom with a bunch of guys doing whatever. And he was so embarrassed about it that when he went to court, he just pled guilty and ran out the courtroom. He was arrested. They took him to court. He pled guilty. He left, but he shouldn't have did that. Because he pled guilty to that, it created a problem. Because he pled guilty to the charge, he should have had the charge reduced to something else, public indecency. So there are other ways that he should have just pled not guilty, got an attorney, and had the charge reduced to something else. But he pled guilty to the actual charge, just trying to get out of that courtroom. And boy, was he, and that screwed his life up. And this is something he did in his early 20s. This man is now just 40s, and this has had a huge impact on him trying to get jobs, especially he's working in a religious environment. You know, I don't know how I feel about that fake Jesus mess. But anyway, and when that happened to him, they want you to feel sympathy, but I was a 20-something-year-old man, and I wasn't going around into those places and doing stuff. I knew better than participate in some shit like that. And every single person I know who was participating in stuff like that ended up either living with HIV, every last one of them, or dead, or died from AIDS. Every last one of them. Every one of them. Is sex that serious that you were going to jail for, contracting STDs that you can never get rid of? I never understood why people did this stupid stuff. You know, I would ask people I know, why do you do that shit? Well, everybody do it. I said, no, not everybody do that because I've never been down there and do that shit. One of the things I had to do as a black gay man, I had to separate myself from a lot of gay guys because they were participating in some stuff I wanted nothing to do with, that I was never going to do, that never crossed my mind to do. And I would just say, okay, this is what you're doing, and I just wouldn't call them back no more. What's the point? If this is what you're choosing to do, that's not for me, so I have no desire to do it. So I never had any desire to involve myself with any of that crazy stuff. Y'all, you all, I watched so many of my friends die from AIDS back then in the early 90s. When I would tell my other friends, hey, let's go to the hospital and go see Robert. He's in the hospital. This is our good friend. Then I don't want to go to the hospital. So I couldn't even get our friends and associates to come with me to the hospital to go visit my friends that was there. But I would go on my own. And it was an eye-opener to see how these men were treated in these hospitals and hospice care and AIDS wards. They were treated like animals. The nurses, the doctor, nobody cared. They wasn't trying to help them. They were in pain. They wouldn't even feed them. I would go up there times when Robert would be in there, and Robert food would be sitting there, literally the food tray sitting there. I said, have you ate? And I said, do you want to eat? And I would feed him the food. And I had told this to my mother. And my mother, she started going to the hospital on a regular basis and feeding those guys. She literally went from room to room. I was like, Mom, where you at? She's up at the hospital feeding. I'll call you back. And, she'd be up there from room to room, just making sure these guys ate. And this was at Georgia Baptist Hospital. It was on Boulevard. And you wouldn't see any nurses or doctors around. You hear beepers and buzzers and stuff. You're like, well, where is everybody? And that had an impact on me and my reaction, the things I did in Atlanta. I said, okay, I don't want to end up like this. So here I am, 22, 23, 24 years of age, going to these hospitals, seeing this stuff, seeing these guys die. And my friends started dying in 1989. I got here in the spring of 1989. I started seeing friends that I met here in Atlanta die that fall. So that had an impact on me. Every year, boom, dying, boom, dying, boom. They get sick and die. I'm like, damn, that person was just running around. You get phone calls, someone's in the hospital, and they died. Literally, you see somebody in maybe May, June, January, whatever, in spring, middle of the summer, you hear they got sick. That fall, they dead. I'm like, damn, that was quick. They be dead. And so, like I said, I see these guys participating in this stuff. And if you go to Twitter, you see all kinds of stuff. People go and record themselves participating in having sex with in these parks and public places, complete strangers. I've never been down there at nighttime. I've never seen any of this stuff in my eyeballs. I heard the rumors of, what are they doing down there? But I never went to even go look. For what? God forbid I get arrested with these fools. Yeah, I was just looking. I'll never forget the sheriff of DeKalb County was arrested at Piedmont Park because he had his ding-a-ling out, and the undercover officer tried to lock his ass up, and he ran. He was the sheriff of DeKalb County, the head sheriff. You couldn't find nobody you can go and mess around with in the privacy of your own home. This is what you chose to do, is go down here to this place and do that? Really? Why? So I can imagine them people who live around Tokyo Valentino have seen a whole bunch of shit down there, and they didn't have enough. They tired of this bullshit. They probably sick of that mess. I'm surprised they didn't even have private. These folks got money. I'm surprised they didn't have private security guards go down there and clean all them motherfuckers up out of there. Every night, go clean them out. That's what I would do. I said, y'all, we're going to hire private security because we can't live our lives like this. We need to put security guards stationed down there, pay for it ourselves to clean that shit up out of there. They got money over there. Because to wait on the city of Atlanta to come take care of this, good luck. Clean that shit out. But, I don't know. Whenever you're looking at a home, you better take a look at the surroundings of what's near you. See, I don't have any commercial stuff over here where I live right now, so I don't have to worry about that shit. And all I got out here is deer and coyotes. You got to watch them fucking coyotes. Anyway, I just wanted to share that story because I thought it was very interesting. And, I don't know. The city of Atlanta said they're going to get them shut down. Maybe they will get them shut down. You can't, if you have a business that's allowing this type of shit to go on. The city of Atlanta has aggressively shut down some businesses here recently, some nightclubs. They didn't go after these places and got them closed. And I bet you them white folks that live over Morningside said, okay, we have had enough. We sitting in our multi-million-dollar homes, which is what that shit costs over there. Go Google it. What's that street over there? Damn, I almost said the name of that street. That one street runs alongside it, and houses drop their gorgeous back up in there. And they got to drive by every day in the morning, the kids going to school, and they see this shit going on. Come on now. They about to get rid of that mess. And it's not necessarily a black thing. There's all types of races over there doing this. It's just them gay guys over there being freaky. Not just blacks, they whites, Hispanics, all kinds of stuff. A lot of married men go over there and do this shit. Y'all done met a lot of married men into some very freaky shit. I don't know what to say. I just keep my distance. I got a life to live. I'll be 54 in a few days. Anyway, I got so much shit I need to do, y'all. I'm sitting over here talking about this shit. Y'all F them motherfuckers. Lock their asses up, burn that place down, tear it down, lock up and close the business. That's all I got to say. Today is Friday, April 5th. The year is 2024. I'm out of here. Look forward to reading y'all's comments out. Please enjoy this beautiful day. It's a little chilly outside. But get out of here and enjoy this gorgeous day. I'm out.